All right, welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Bourbon Jamaican. Today we have a full lineup with Dropping Nukes, Capital D, Capital and of course Brady. I call him Brady the Great, but he said it's just Brady. Chris, what kind of lineup we got today?
So, if you've ever read the description of the Bourbon Jamaican, his go-to is a 10 years. So we decided to do a 10-year lineup for you guys. The Eagle Rare, the Henry McKenna, and the Russells. Russells is out of Wild Turkey. As Jimmy Russell says, if you don't like it, you can send it to us and we'll drink it. The Henry McKenna is a Whiskey of the Year winner, and that's why it's difficult to find at times. And the Eagle Rare here, obviously all you guys already know, it's out of Buffalo Trace, each coming in at 10 years, and each one relatively is close to about $60 in MSRP, if you can find it at that price, right? I personally have not tried the 10-year or the McKenna, and unfortunately I will not be trying it again today. I'm participating in Dry January, so I'll be sipping my high quality H2O, as Bobby Boucher would say. So with that being said, these guys are going to do a blind taste for you and mash them up and see what they come up with and present to you guys their winners.
All right, so we're gonna start from left to right or right to left?
Let's do left to right.
All right. So first one, really great legs on it. It smells real floral.
It's got a nice oak to it. Very floral,
Yeah.
spicy.
I like the color on here. I think this might be the Henry.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's very good.
I think this is the Henry. I've had it.
I have no smell.
All right.
The big differentiator in this is going to be that McKenna is a single barrel,
And it's bottling bond.
and yes, and it's 10 proof higher than the Eagle Rare and the Russells. So the McKenna will be a little inconsistent, bottle to bottle since it's single barrel. But I've never had a bad one.
Yeah. A little spicy, so we're going to glass number 2. A little bit faint, not as strong.
It's got that sweet oak and citrus smell to it. It reminds like a watered down rare breed, which makes me think it's probably the Russells. But it's funny, everything Wild Turkey, I get that same smell.
Ooh, I like it on there. It's almost like a sherry finish almost. It's real sweet.
Yeah, it's got a really nice fruit note to it. It's very oaky. That is interesting.
Shit, Russell's might be lurking. Hold on, I gotta go back to number 2. I kind of like it.
And both of them too, the first two so far I think are very mouth coating. They've got a really nice viscosity, and that's one really nice quality you get with a 10-year.
Yeah. Last 2, like the leg on there, like just from the sip, it's still just pretty much coating the glass. Like you said, that oily finish with great coating. All right, so now we're on to glass number 3. This one I get a little bit of citrus.
The nose was really faint for me on this one. This one has a lot of citrus on it. I think that one's the Russells actually.
Yeah.
Because to your point, that's glass 2 had that sherry kind of note to it, and I get a lot of grape on Eagle Rare. Every one.
So this might be the Eagle.
Yeah, a lot of the Eagle Rares, they're different for me bottle to bottle, but they always have a grape note. Sometimes it's really, really strong. Sometimes it's nice and subtle.
This is gonna be a tough one.
Very.
Ooh, I think it's a little bit like a basil. On that last, I took a sip of this again, glass 3,
Yeah.
and it's almost like a spice, like a basil
Straight out the bottle, I get a tobacco note on the Henry.
Yeah. It's almost
I get
like
more citrus and fruity out of Russell's than this one.
Now don't spoil it for us now.
I'm just.
Glass 2 is nice. It's really oaky. I get that dusty, fruity note, like a sherry finish kind of thing.
This is surprising though. The first one, I would think it's the McKenna because it has a little bit more spice. But I'm not big on the spice. I'm really liking glass number 2. It's a lot more welcoming. You get a little bit of that floral oakiness.
Yeah, glass number 1, going back to it after going through all 3, it's got a really nice sweet finish to it, but up front it's really floral.
Yeah.
And that's not my favorite. I like Rye's a lot, but I like that spicy citrusy note that you get in Rye's. I'm not a big fan of that floral note.
Man, I can't. Glass number 3, it's either oregano or like a basil. I'm tasting like a herb, like a herb, spice herb with this one. And I think this might be the Henry McKenna. Because it's different. It's completely different from these 2.
I completely agree with what you're saying about a baking spice. Baking spice, it's still got that sweet oak citrusy finish that I got the first time.
You guys ready to put them in order?
All right, so I think
See what we got.
I really like this, but I also like this. This is gonna be a tough decision for me. I like them in this order just based on. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that order. Okay.
I think I've got mine. It was tough, and I have to nitpick through these because they've all got a nice oak quality to them. They're all got a touch of like a brown sugar to them, but then besides that, they all kind of venture off into something different. Glass 1 being floral, glass 2 with that dusty, grapey, sherry note, and glass 3 having that really nice citrus baking spice note.
All right.
So,
well, I am ready. You ready?
Yep.
Time to unveil.
All right. So from your least favorite, right?
Yep.
So my least is blue.
and mine was the green, the McKenna.
Eagle Rare. All right. So glass number 2 is green.
Mine was the Russells.
Wow.
So we were completely different. So my favorite actually was the Eagle Rare.
And my favorite is actually the Russell.
Well,
I guess I like that sweeter, like a sweeter palate, but man,
that's funny. I've never gotten like a dusty, grapey note on anything wild turkey before. I thought the Russells either glass 1 or glass 3. I would have never guessed glass 2.
but that McKenna, it had that basil. I'm curious to see. Wonder if they have it listed, like what that herb or spice they use. It is.
I don't think they give tasting notes on the bottles.
They don't.
No, because they're all single barrels, so they'd have to write it down for every different barrel.
Well, there you have it. Our palates did not align. We all had different tastes on each of them. My favorite is Russell's, McKenna, then Eagle, which I'm surprised because Eagle Rare is like always my go-to. So that just tells you like be open-minded and try new stuff. You never know what you like.
And I don't think any of these are a bad option, really. If you can find Eagle Rare, it's supposed to be about $40. The Russells, 10 years, normally about 35, and then the McKenna's about 60. I think they're all good.
Yeah.
I know the McKenna got last for me today, but I've got several different single barrels at the house. I'm always drinking it. They're always different. They're always good. This one just wasn't my favorite today, but tomorrow it could be what I want. You know, it's all about the mood.
All right, well, with that, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you liked the video. Again, share with us if you've had either of these. Tell us what your thoughts are, what you think about them. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you're new to the channel. You guys got anything?
I failed to mention at the beginning of the introduction that be on the lookout for Russell's to come out with a 15-year this year. Anticipating that and looking forward to it.